Recording in
statistics.
progress.
From statistics, we can expect more number of questions. If you are applying, if you are getting any certification from data analytics related certification, means from statistics, they have to ask maximum number of questions. It plays a major role for data analytics, right? For entire descriptive analytics, the statistics is the major part. I think already I have told you what is the difference between a data analyst versus a data scientist. Data analyst work is descriptive analytics. Data analyst work is descriptive analytics, whereas data scientist work is predictive analytics. He is going to do the descriptive analytics. He is going to do the predictive analytics. Descriptive analytics means whatever the data was given, you have to describe the data, means by applying the descriptive statistics. Describing the data means descriptive statistics. Using the descriptive statistics, you have to do the descriptive analytics work. Descriptive analytics means data analyst work. The entire data analyst role is dependent on the descriptive statistics, right? Whereas predictive analytics is based on the ML and AI. This will be based on the ML and AI, whereas this particular role is completely based on the statistical part. That too, descriptive statistics most important part for them. Is that clear, guys? So summary is clear. 5-number summary and outlier and box plot, everything is clear. Yes, please. Yes, in the certifications, they'll give with a small data set. They are going to check the concept level. They'll not give with respect to very, for example, 100 data points or 50 data points. They'll not give like that. They'll give a small data set, just generally of 10 data points or 15 data points or 20 data points. Generally, maximum is 20. They'll not even cross the 20 data points in the certifications. So in the certifications, once they have given the data, you have to arrange. So you'll have one paper, right, with you. On that paper, means notes. On the notes, you have to write with respect to the what are the data points they have given. First, you have to make them in the order way. That is the first step. And from that, you have to identify the center value. And from that, within this center value, what are the left side you are having? Within the left side, again, center value, you have to calculate. Similarly, right side, whatever is this, right side center value, you are going to calculate. In that way, you are calculating the Q1, Q3, Q2, minimum value, maximum value. Sorry. Yes. Center value will be the, for example, 14 data points are there. Obviously, the center value, for example, let us assume this one only. 32 is the median value. Now, obviously, this is the first part and this is the second part. Obviously, right? Is that clear? Now, already I have told you about the probability also. So probability means chance of occurrence. What is the number of interested events divided by total number of outcomes? So that is called as probability. And within the probability, always the probability values lies between 0 to 1. And the sum of the probabilities is equal to 1. Every time the sum of the probabilities is equal to 1. Now, within the probability, there are two theorems are there. Theorem number 1 is called as probability of A and B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Theorem number 2 is called as probability of A or B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B. Right? These are the two theorems. One is called as additive theorem and one is called as multiplicative theorem. This is called as additive theorem. This is called as additive theorem. This is called as multiplicative theorem. And these two theorems are applicable if A and B are two independent events. Means what is meant by independent event? Now independent means the probability of A and the probability of B, they should not have any common thing. They should not have with respect to dependency. They should not depend on that. For example, let us take like this. So let us take like this. I want to take today some mock interview for one particular student, right? I want to take a mock interview for the particular student. That student, I want to take the mock interview for the offline students. Assume. Now, the student, whatever the student of I'm selecting, the student should be first offline. He can't be the online student. Here the condition is applied. If I'm asking only the student, then there is no condition. Is that clear? So if I'm asking, I want to conduct a mock interview for a single student, means there is no condition. But if I want to conduct a mock interview for a offline student, if I use the word called as offline student, then the condition is first the student should be offline. Then only I'm going to conduct that one, right? Now, here, if they are two independent means there is no relation between the two events. Then they are called as independent events. Now, let us understand this particular theorem, that is multiplicative theorem and also additive theorem. Now here I'm having a pack of cards. Okay, total pack of cards, where the total pack of cards are 52. I think everyone knows this cards, right? I'm not asking whether you know rummy game or not. This is not rummy circle and this is not rummy game. I'm just asking whether you know cards or not. So cards means we are having total 4 different symbols are there and 2 different colors are there. Okay, 4 different symbols of 2 different colors. So 26 cards of black color, 26 cards of red color. Total we are having 52 cards. In a pack, we'll have total 52 cards apart from the joker. Remove the joker part. Okay, if there is no joker means total 52 cards will be there. Out of 52, 26 cards will be red color, 26 cards will be the black color. Now within the black color, again I am having the 2 different symbols. Within the red, again I am having 2 different symbols. So total each symbol I am having 13 cards. Okay, where starting number is A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, J, Q, K, where J means 11, Jack means 11, Q means 12, K means 13, A means 1. In the rummy, it is 14 also. That is secondary, right? Now here I am having total with respect to 13 cards, starting from letter 1 to 13. So 13 cards of black color, 1 symbol, 13 cards of black color, 2nd symbol, 13 cards of this one, and 13 cards of this one, where this is a diamond, this is Artin, and this one is spade, and this is calaver. 4 different symbols we are having, right? Now, the first one, probability of A and B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Now, let us take the probability of A separately. Let us calculate the probability of A separately. Let us calculate probability of B separately. And let us calculate the probability of A and B separately. Now, what is A? A means selecting a red card. You have to select one red card. Is the A. What is B means? You have to select number 9. Right? Now, tell me what is the probability of A? What is the probability of A means how many cards satisfy the condition of A, that is red, divided by total number of cards. Total how many cards are there? 52 cards are there. Out of 52, how many of them are red? 26. This is the probability of A. It is okay. Probability of A means probability of red is okay, satisfied, 26 by 52. Now, probability of B. Now, forget about this one. Now, don't remember red is there. Forget. That question is not there now. Now, new question. What is the probability of 9? How many cards are there with respect to 9? 4 cards out of 52. Right? Now, this one, that is 226 by 52 into 4 by 52. Now tell me, this is now new third question. Forget about last 2 questions. I didn't ask 2 questions, you didn't answer. Now I'm asking third question. Third question is, what is the probability of A and B? Means how many cards satisfies both red and 9? How many cards are there like that? 2 by 52. Only 2 cards are there. These are the 2 cards which satisfies both red and 9. Now just multiply this one, which is 2 by 52. Satisfied? Theorem satisfied? Is the point is clear? So the probability of red and 9 is equal to probability of red into probability of 9. That is, probability of red and 9 is 2 by 52. Probability of red is nothing but 26 by 52 and probability of 9 is 4 by 52. If you do this one 1 by 2 and this one here 2 times, which is equal to 2 by 52. This is the theorem number 1, which is called as multiplicative theorem with an example. Is that clear? Theorem number 1. Now let us go with the theorem number 2. Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B. Probability of A already you have calculated, which is nothing but probability of red. What is the probability of red? 26 by 52 plus probability of what is this? B. Probability of B is nothing but 9. What is the probability of 9? 4 by 52. What is the probability of red and 9? That is red and 9. What is the probability? Which is nothing but 2 by 52. Now, if you do the total, that is 26 plus 4 minus 2 divided by 52, which is nothing but 26 plus 4, 30, 30 minus 2, 28, 28 by 52. This is the right side part, RHS. Now, which is equal to probability of A or B? A or B. What is the meaning of A or B? Red or 9. Tell me, forget about this one. This is not there. This is not there. This is not there. Nothing is there. I'm asking a question. Out of these 32 cards, how many cards satisfy either red or 9? Anything is okay. Either red is okay or either 9 also okay for me. How many cards will satisfy? So these are all the 26 cards will satisfy. Along with that, these 2 cards also will satisfy my condition. What is my condition? Either it should be red or 9. Anything is okay. So these 28 cards will satisfy my condition. How this you have calculated? Means the same thing. Can you see here? 28 by 52. Red or 9 is equal to 28 by 52. Is that clear? Any questions with respect to additive theorem and multiplicative theorem? Example is clear? If it is clear, write in the notes. If it is not clear, ask the question. With this, probability is completed. This is the only probability which is related to data science. Probability means we are having a bag of red balls, green balls. What is the combination of this one, that one? This is not intermediate. This is not IIT. So that questions will not be there here. That much of high level of questions also we don't require. This is the basic. Okay. One is called as multiplicative theorem because in the right side we are having multiplication. So it is called as multiplicative theorem. In the right side plus symbol is there. So it is called as additive theorem. Is that clear, guys? If anyone has questions, please ask me. Both online and offline students. Abhishek Bhaskar. Is your question is clear? Still, you want me to explain once again? Yes, clear. Done. So, for this additive theorem, just you take the probability of A of your choice, any one, B of any one, as per your choice. What is the probability of A and what is the probability of B? For example, if you are considering B as a number, means A should be color. color or symbol or anything. If you are considering one of them as one thing means other should be different because both should be independent. Here, you can't take 7 and 9. Both of them should not be the same numbers. Take with a different. So independent events. This concept is purely applicable for the independent events. Sir, can you explain the left side part of the second theorem? Second theorem, left side part is A or B. This is the left side, right? A or B. What is the probability of A or B? What is the probability of red or 9? Red or 9. Forget about it is not a theorem. Forget. This is not there. This is not there. Nothing is there. Only this one is there. And this is the question I'm asking. Now, how many cards satisfy red or 9? Total 52 cards are there. Denominator is fixed. First, you check the first card. Satisfied or no? Satisfied or no? Either red or 9. No, 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 no. Tick. Yes, it is satisfied. No, 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 no. Whichever was not satisfied, just cross mark. Whichever satisfied, tick mark. This is either red or 9. Red, condition satisfied. Or means any one should be true. Then the output is true. Logical operator. End means both the conditions should satisfy. Or means any one, either of. So this is satisfied, 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 like this. Now let us count how many tick marks are there. Total how many tick marks are there? 28 will be there. 28 by 52. So 28 cards will satisfy the condition either red or 9. When you are focusing on this one, focus only on this one. Forget about this, all the things. Nothing is there. Only focus on this question. I have given a pack of cards and I asked either red or 9. What is the answer? Is it clear? Any questions? Yes, done. Next one is probability distribution. Next one is called as probability distribution. Now, what is meant by probability distribution? If anyone asks you what is meant by probability distribution, means just a graphical representation of the variable and their respective probabilities on the y-axis. Representation of variable along with their probabilities is called as probability distribution. Earlier, we have worked on the male and female data set. On the x-axis, we have taken the categories. On the y-axis, we have taken the probabilities, which is called as discrete probability distribution. Right? Now, we are having two types of probability distribution. One is called as discrete probability distribution, and the second one is called as continuous probability distribution. Discrete and second one is called as continuous. If you are applying the probability distribution on a discrete variable, it is called as discrete probability distribution. If you are applying the probability distribution on a continuous variable, it is called as continuous probability distribution. Right? Now, example for the discrete probability distribution. Already I have told you gender, male, 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 female, female. What is the probability of male? 3 by 5. 3 by 5 means height of 0.6. What is the probability of female? 0.4. So probability of male and probability of female. On the right, you are having the probabilities. Y-axis is the probability and representation. The graphical representation of the variable with their probabilities is called as probability distribution. This is the variable. This is the data. For this data, this is the graphical representation. Is that clear? Already we have completed the discrete probability distribution. Now let's move on to the continuous probability distribution. Now, for a discrete probability distribution, if I ask the question, for example, for this particular variable, M and F is there. If I am asking yes, what is the probability of S? 0. What is the probability of I? 0. What is the probability of Z? 0. Yeah, anything others, it is equal to 0. So here, for a discrete probability, for a discrete variable, the probability value will be very clear. Directly you are going to identify. Now, for the continuous variable also, we are going to do the same. Right? Next heading is continuous probability distribution. Keep the next heading is continuous probability distribution. Now here we are having the data set. This is the data set where I'm having total 20 records. Out of 20 records, this one, if I make this one, what is this plot is called as? Frequency distribution or histogram. Continuous frequency distribution or histogram. Histogram means by default it is continuous variable only. Histogram cannot be applied on the discrete variable. If you say histogram means it is sufficient. Histogram by default it is applied on the continuous one. Either you have to say the word of called as histogram. Either you have to use the word called as histogram or continuous frequency distribution. If you write only frequency distribution means if it is discrete or continuous. So either you have to say histogram or continuous frequency distribution. Now, for this data set, this is the frequency distribution. What is meant by frequency distribution? Just you are representing the entire data along with their frequencies. Representation of the data on the x-axis along with their frequencies. So how many 90 to 100 data points are there? Means 5. 100 to 110, 6. 110 to 120, 4. 120 to 130, 3. 130 to 140, 2. So total 20 data points we are having. This data set is this one. Now tell me what is the probability from 90 to 100? What is the probability from 90 to 100? 5 by 20. Probability of the value between 90 to 100. What is the probability? Miss 5 by 20. What is the probability for 100 to 110? How many data points are there? 6 data points out of 20. What is the probability of 110 to 120? How many data points are there in this? 4 data points. 4 by 20. Just you are going to make with respect to the same distribution on the x-axis, same distribution. Instead of considering the frequencies, you are considering the probabilities. Probability is nothing but 5 by 20, 6 by 20, 4 by 20, 3 by 20, 2 by 20. What is the sum of probabilities? Add all of them. 20 by 20. Numerator divided by denominator. Total will be same, right? Always sum of the probabilities remains 1. Whether it is a discrete variable, whether it is a continuous variable, sum of probabilities is always equal to 1. Right? Now, sir, for example, let us assume I'm having here one more. 7 data points are there. Now, automatically 7 by 21, right? This all will be 21. 21, 21, 21. Total is 21 divided by 21. Numerator is equal to denominator every time. So the total is always going to be 1. If you add all the sum of the probabilities, it is equal to 1. Now, this is called as frequency distribution. This is called as probability distribution. Now, what is the difference? Same histogram, right? Whatever you are having histogram this side, same histogram as it is there. This side 5, 6, 4, 3, 2. This side 0.25, 0.3, 0.2, 0.15, 0.1. What is the difference between both of them? X variable on the x-axis is same. This side also variable. This side also on the x-axis variable. On y-axis you are having the frequency. On y-axis you are having the probability. This is called as frequency distribution. This is called as probability distribution. If you are representing the probabilities means probability distribution. If you are representing frequencies means frequency distribution. Is that clear? Side by side. Now the sum of the probabilities is equal to 1. Now the entire sum of the probabilities is equal to 1. Now if I say this is what this is called as area, can I say this is the area? This area is equal to 0.25. If this length, this is equal to 1, let us assume this is equal to 1, automatically height is 0.25. 0.25 into 1 is 0.25. So now if I take this one as 1, this is also 1 distance, unit distance. Now this is the total area. Whatever the total area you are having, the total area is equal to 1. What is meant by total area? Total area meaning is total probability. In the interview or in the certification, they'll ask what is the area. If anyone asks the area means what is the meaning they are asking means probability. Area means probability. Area means probability. Sir, my question, why area is considered as probability? Why they have created area and probability like that? What is the reason behind that? Okay. The reason behind that is very simple reason. just this, there is a curve. We are going to draw a curve, and this curve is called as density curve. This curve is called as density curve. In the statistics, this curve, whatever the curve we are going to attach, this curve is called as density curve. Generally, what is meant by density? Mass by volume. What is meant by mass? Mass means amount. Whatever the amount is there, that amount is considered divided by what is meant by volume. Volume is nothing but area into height. Right? Whatever the mass divided by volume into height. Now, if I consider the area into area, that is L into B into H, that is H is nothing but thickness. Now, if the thickness is equal to 1, if it is a third dimension, then we are having the thickness. If there is no third dimension, only 2 dimensions are there. Can you tell me for this rectangle, what is the area? What is the area of the rectangle? Length into breadth. For this rectangle, can you tell me what is the volume? Volume. Volume also L into B only, because the thickness is equal to 1. This is not a cube or cuboid. Cuboid is there, this, then only we'll get the third one. If the third dimension is there, only the third value will come. If there is no third dimension, the area and volume both are same. If there is no third dimension, for 2 dimension, area and volume both are same. For a 2-dimensional body or for a 2 dimension, the area and volume both are same. Now, here, density is equal to mass by area. If the thickness is equal to 1, density is equal to mass by area. Means, what is meant by that means probability. Probability is equal to area means total. Whatever the total, within that, whatever you require. Mass means your required data points. Your required data points divided by total number of data points, which is equal to probability. The same thing here. Right? So that is the reason this area is considered as the probability. Right? And if you combine all this area, then it is called as density curve. Whatever the curve is there, it is the density curve. The reason of the density curve, because volume is area. Okay. Area means nothing but length into height. Right? Now, the total area. So what is the total area here? That is 0.25 plus 0.30 plus 0.2 plus 0.15 plus 0.1. What is the total area? 1. So for whatever the type of distribution, the total area will always be 1. Because always the sum of the probabilities will be 1. For any type of distribution, whatever the data you take, the sum will be equal to 1. Never it can cross more than 1. The sum of the probabilities is equal to 1. Sum of probabilities is equal to 1 means total probability is considered as total area. Total area is equal to 1. This is one of the most important certification question. You can expect 99.99% this question. What is the total area? Total area means equal to 1. 99.99% you'll get. And this is one of my favorite question in the interview. In the statistics, I will ask this question compulsory. Right? If in the interview, if they're asking any questions on statistics, means 100% your package will be more than 5 lakhs on. If they're not asking any question on the statistics, means that is startup companies. For the MNC companies, 100% they'll focus on the statistics. They'll ask few questions from the statistics, surely. What are the questions they are going to ask from the statistics? In that, one of the most important question is, what is the total area under the curve? What is curve? Density curve. Area under the curve is equal to 1. Total area of the any distribution is equal to 1. Sir, please tell the density curve and bell curve. They are difference. Both are same. Bell curve means symmetrical distribution. For symmetrical distribution only, it is called as bell curve. For example, you are having a skewed distribution. This is not a bell curve, but density curve. This is density curve. This is also a density curve, but it is not a bell curve. Any curve is a density curve. Within the curves, which is symmetrical, that is bell curve. Any curve means not as per your choice. Any probability curve. Okay, whatever the probability curve is there, any curve, this one is considered as density curve. This is density curve. Sorry, this is density curve. Everything are density curves. These all are density curves. Out of which of them is symmetrical, that is called as bell curve. Symmetrical curve is the bell curve. Is that clear? Now, guys, can you see here one histogram? Can I draw some data points, some values for this? 4, 5, this one 4, 6. This is 6, 4, 6. This is 5. This is 2. This is some 8. This is 12. This is some 7. And this is 2. Is that okay? Satisfies? Now, can you calculate the probability of this curve? This part, only this part. 4 by 4 plus 6, 10, 15, 17, 25, 25 plus 12, 37, 37 plus 7, 44, 44 plus 2, 46, 4 by 46 plus 6 by 46 plus 5 by 46 plus 2 by 46 plus 8 by 46 plus 12 by 46 plus 7 by 46 plus 2 by 46. If you do the sum of the total area, what is the total area? What are the distribution it is? You change any value. Instead of 12, you are writing 18, write 18. Automatically, denominator will change. According to that, everything will change. But total will be 1. Total is not going to change. Right? Total area is always equal to 1. Is that clear, guys? Now, density curve. What is density curve and what are the properties of density curve? So this curve, whatever we are having the distribution, this is called as uniform distribution. Uniform distribution means from 0 to 10, you are having 4 values. From 10 to 20, you are having 4 values. From 20 to 30, you are having 4 values. From 30 to 40, you are having 4 values. From 40 to 50, you are having 4 values. Everything 4, 4, 4, 4 means everything are uniform. This is called as uniform distribution. If everything is equal, then it is called as uniform distribution. Right? Uniform distribution is clear. Uniform distribution means for every probability is equal across the interval. Across the intervals, the probabilities are equal is called as uniform distribution. Clear, guys? Uniform distribution. Can I move on to the next one? Next one is called as. Now, before moving to the next one, here there is a question. This is the question in the certification. Direct question was asked in the TCS exam. Now, from the uniform distribution below, directly they only told that it is uniform distribution. From the uniform distribution below, what proportion of values are located between 12.3 to 18.6? Now, who is going to answer this question? First correct answer. Just write in the notes. Understand the question clearly. I told you what is meant by probability. Proportion of values means nothing but probability. What is meant by probability? Probability means nothing but area. For the given uniform distribution below, what proportion of values? Proportion of values means probability. What is the probability between 12.3 to 18.6? Probability means nothing but area. Just write in the notes answer. Take 2 minutes of time and write in the notes answer. Whoever has written the answer, please raise your hand. What is meant by uniform distribution? All the probabilities are equal. What is meant by probability? Area. For the rectangle, what is the area formula? Rectangular area formula, length into breadth. Just 0.05 into. So this is the area they asked, between 12.3 to 18.6. That is the area. 0.05 into 6.3, which is nothing but 31.5% is the answer. Done. What is the probability between 12.3 to 18.6? Guys, certification questions means are you expecting whatever we are discussing in the class as it is the same sentence will be there? It is not LKG. In the class, I will tell A for apple means in the exam A for you have to write apple only, not like that. This is not LKG. Now, if I ask one more question, now you'll answer automatically because numerical only I'm going to change now. Automatically you'll answer. Because, so for example, from 0 to 10, I'm having total 4 values are there. From 10 to 20, 4 values are there. 20 to 30, 4 values are there. This is called as uniform distribution. From 30 to 40, 4 values are there. Now, what is 4 values are there? This is called as, what is this is called as frequency distribution data. Now, for the same data, what is the probability? From 0 to 10, 0.25. The height is 0.25. What is the probability from 10 to 20? 0.25. From 20 to 30, 0.25. From 30 to 40, 0.25. Right? Now, the total area is equal to 1. Now, if I ask you, what is the probability from 0 to 10? What is the answer? 0.25. What is the probability from 10 to 20? 0.25. What is the probability from 20 to 30? 0.25. What is the probability from 30 to 40? 0.25. What is the probability from 0 to 30? That is this one, this one, this one. Everything you are going to add, right? From 0 to 30 means what is the probability? 0.75. What is the probability from 0 to 20? 0.50. What is the probability from 20 to 40? Just what you are doing, just you are multiplying this one and with this one. Now, what they have done, the same question, they have not mentioned this one, this one. Okay, they have given a uniform distribution like this. This is 0 to, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. Okay, 10, 20, 30. They have given a height of 0.25. Height of 0.25, and they have not given anything like this. From 0 to 10, it is 0.25. From 10 to 20, 0.25, 20 to 30, 0.25, 30 to 40, 0.25. Everything is 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. Right? 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. From here to here. Right? Everything is 0.25, height of 0.25. Now I am asking a question from 0 to 20. What is the answer? What you are going to do from 0 to 20 means 0 to 20. What is the distance? 20 is the distance. 20 into height is 0.25. What is the answer? That is 5.0 means here if you are having this one distance of 0 to 20 into 0.25, that is 20 into 0.25 is 2.5 into 2, that is 5.0. Right? Now similarly 30, 0 to 30 into height, whatever the height is there. 0 to 40, whatever the height is there. So with respect to just, you are going to multiply the same. Is that clear, this one? So from 12.3 to 18.6, they have asked the question. This is the area. Area means length into height. You have to just multiply the length into the height. Right? Length into height is nothing but length is 12.3 to 18.6. The difference is 6.3. This is the length. Width is 0.05. Just multiply these two, which you are going to get 0.315, which is 31.5% is the area occupied. Total area is 100%. Out of this part is contributing 31.5% area. Is that clear? So now here, if you observe this one, the question, what are the question they have given to us? This is the basic question. So if you observe this one, this is first 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 20. This is 10, this is 5, this is 15 automatically. Right? So this 50, this is contributing 50% of the area. This is contributing 50% of the area. Is that clear? So just they are asking what is the percentage of values, means nothing but proportion of values or percentage of values or probability of values, everything are same. And what is meant by area, everything are same. Now, next coming to the next type of distribution is called as normal distribution. What is meant by normal distribution? Which is symmetrical distribution, which is also called as bell curve distribution. Right? Now, the normal distribution, it will be on the horizontal axis only, on the horizontal axis. It can't be on the below to the horizontal, because if you take the histogram, if the value is not available, 0 only, none of the value can be denominator. You can't get a bar in the negative side because the count can't be negative. How many values are there between 10 to 20? If no value is there, means 0. The least to least is 0. You can't get the negative value. The count cannot be the negative value. Means the density curve must be always on the above the horizontal axis. It can't be below the horizontal axis. Negative values are not possible. Okay, this type or nothing is possible. Never you will get a curve. You can't get in this way. You have to get a curve in this way, means first you have to get a bar in this way. You have to get a bar, means count should be negative. Count, never the count will be negative. So this is not possible, and this is also not possible. Right? Now, second one is the total area under the curve is equal to 1. Means always the sum of the probabilities is equal to 1. Right? Now, for the normal distribution, you are going to have only one mode, unimodal distribution. Only one mode will be there. The mean, median, and mode, everything will be the same. For the normal distribution, because you are going to have like this. For a binomial distribution, bimodal distribution means bimodal, B-O-B-I-M-O-D-A-L, model. Bimodal distribution means two modes are there. This is the first mode and second mode. 2 times you have got the big like this. So this is called as bimodal distribution. If you are having the peak curves like this, now this is called as multi-mode. You are having multiple modes. So for a normal distribution, only a single peak will be available. One more, you can't get the curve again in the reverse direction. You can't get in the reverse direction. Once down slope is started, means everything will be in the down only. You can't again reverse. Right? So here you are having only a single peak. Single peak is there, means only one mode is there. Right? A normal curve is a symmetrical about its mean. It is a symmetrical distribution. A normal distribution is a symmetrical distribution. Right? A normal distribution is characterized by mu and sigma. A normal distribution is characterized by mu and sigma, where mu is the mean and sigma is the standard deviation. The entire normal distribution of the data is characterized by mu comma sigma. Is that clear? Now, what is meant by characterized? So here the entire data, whatever the data is there, the data is characterized by mu and sigma. What is the meaning of this one? Means for a normal distribution data, center value will be mu. Everyone knows. Now, here the second right side, you have to take one value, right? That value is with respect to 1 sigma. What is meant by 1 sigma? Means, for example, let us take mu value is equal to 10. The right side value is equal to mu plus 1 sigma. Or let us take one example like this. In the PPT, whatever the example I have taken. So there is a university. In a university, they have measured the heights of the students. And the average height is 5.5. And the standard deviation is 0.5. Average height is 5.5 and standard deviation is 0.5. Now, the center value is 5.5. You have to write for a normal distribution, the center value is 5.5. And the second data point, whatever this data point is there, this is 5.5 plus 1 into 0.5. That is 5.5 plus 0.5, which is equal to 6. This one is mu plus 2 sigma. This one is mu plus 3 sigma. Mu plus 2 sigma means mu is 5.5 into 2 into sigma, that is 0.5. That is 5.5 plus 1, which is 6.5. 3 sigma means 5.5 plus 1.5, which is equal to 7. So the right side values are with plus 1 sigma, plus 2 sigma, plus 3 sigma. Similarly, left side values are minus 1 sigma, minus 2 sigma, minus 3 sigma. If you write a normal distribution can be represented in this way. Okay, sir, if it is represented in this way, what is the use? Now, the entire data, how many data points they have collected, we don't know. Maybe 10,000 students, maybe 1 lakh students, we don't know. The total number, we don't know. But at the same time, I don't know the data sets, the data points also. What is the data points also, they have not given. But directly they have told that it is a normal distribution. If it is a normal distribution, in that maybe 100 data points might be, in that 1,000 data points might be, in that 10,000 data points might be, any data points, the entire data from plus or minus 1 sigma, you will have 68% of the data will be between this only. 68% of the data will be between 5 to 6. Got the point? And between minus 2 sigma to plus 2 sigma, you will have the 95% of the data. The 95% of the data will be between plus or minus 2 sigma. And between plus or minus 3 sigma, 99.7% of the data will be there. For a normal distribution data, 68% of the data will be between, sir, example, let us take an example. 2, 4, 6, 6, 4, 2. This is a normal distribution. Everyone okay? Total number of data points, tell me what is the total number of data points? 24. These 24 data points, what are the 24 data points are there? Within these 24 data points, 68% of the 24 data points. What is 68%? 0.68 into 24. You will get some value, right? These many data points will be between this to this. 68% of the data will be between plus or minus 1 sigma. If you calculate for that data set, for the given data set, whichever is forming the normal distribution, for that data set, between minus 1 sigma to plus 1 sigma, 68% of the data will be there. Is that clear? So 68% of the data will be between minus 1 sigma to plus 1 sigma. 95% of the data will be between minus 2 sigma to plus 2 sigma. 99.7% of the data will lie between minus 3 sigma to plus 3 sigma if it is forming a normal distribution. Okay. So example, you take any data points, any two data points between 0 to 10, any two of your choice, write in the notes any two data points after the class. Okay. Take any three data points between 10 to 20. Take any three. Between 20 to 30, take four. 20 to 30. 30 to 40, take any four. Between 30 to 40, take any four. 40 to 50, take any three. And from 50 to 60, take any two. After the class, you take some data points of your choice. For that particular data set, total how many data points are there? 3, 5, 9, 9 plus 9. Total 18 data points are there. So let us change this one to 5 and 5. For our calculation purpose, easy calculation. Let us change this one to 5 and 5. Total 20 data points are there, which is forming the normal distribution. Now for these 20 data points, after the class, you calculate the what is the mean. You taken the data set, right? You only created the one data set. You only calculate the mean value. What is the mean value? You only calculate the sigma value for that data set. For these 20 data points, you calculate the sigma. After calculating the mu and sigma, 100%, whatever the 20 data points you have collected, in that 68% of the data, 68% means 0.68 into 20, which is equal to 13.6, means 14 values will be between mu minus 1 sigma to mu plus 1 sigma. 100% it will be like this. 14 data points will be between this one only. If you want, you can try. Your 14 values will be between mu minus 1 sigma to mu plus 1 sigma. Your 14 values will be there. Okay. So 68% of the data. 68% of the data will be between this one. Right. Similarly, 95% of the data. For this 20 data points, what is 90%? 95%. 0.95 into 20, which is nothing but 19. So 19 data points will be minus mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma. Select any data points of your choice. 100% it will be between this one only. For that data set, one mu value and sigma value you are going to calculate, right? Within that plus or minus 2 sigma only, you are going to get 95% of the data points, means 19 data points will be in that. For any normal distribution data, this condition will satisfy. If the data is forming normal distribution, means 100%, the 68% of the data should be between minus 1 to plus 1 sigma. 95% of the data should be between minus 2 sigma to plus 2 sigma. Minus 2 sigma means mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma. Right? If a data points are there, is that clear? That is called as, just give me a minute. Okay. So between minus plus or minus 1 sigma, 68% of the data. Between plus or minus 2 sigma, 95% of the data. Between plus or minus 3 sigma, you are having 99.7% of the data, which is also called as 68, 95, 99.7 rule. Okay, 68, 95, 99.7 rule. Right? Now, there is a question like this. Assume the data is forming a normal distribution. Assume the data is forming a normal distribution where the mean is equal to 5. Mean value is equal to 5 and sigma value mean is equal to 5 and sigma is 0.5. They only told that it is normal distribution and mean value also they have only given. Now the right side, what is the right side? 5.5, 6, 6.5. Left side, 4.5, 4, 3.5. How much percentage of data will be less than 5? How much percentage of data will be less than 5? If it is symmetrical distribution, 50% of the data. Left side 50, this side 50. Right? How much percentage of the data will be less than 5.5? If they ask you this question, what is the answer? So from here to here, it is 50. This part is 34. Because from here to here, it is 68, right? Plus or minus 1 sigma, 68. Out of 68, this is 34, this is 34. So now total area less than this one is, less than 5.5 is 850 plus 34, which is total is 84. 84% will be less than this. In this way, we can calculate easily the probability without seeing the data. Without seeing the data. If you are having the data points, means by seeing the data points, if I give all the data points to you, if I ask what is the probability from this one to this one, means you will tell automatically how many of them are there divided by total number of data points. This everyone will tell. Without seeing the data points, I will not give the data points, but I will ask the probability. How we can calculate, means first you have to see normal distribution. For normal distribution, the center value and sigma value you have to get. If normal distribution and along with the mu and sigma is there, means automatically we can calculate the probability without seeing the data. Right? Is that clear, guys? Rules 98, I mean. Just a minute. Is the question is clear? I mean, concept is clear? $68, $95, and 99.7. This concept is applicable only for normal distribution. For skewed distribution, this concept is not applicable. This one is not applicable for the skewed, only for the normal distribution. Is that clear? Yes. Please prepare, and already I have uploaded the same thing in the drive. Please open your drive. I already uploaded the entire notes, including the today's class also already I have uploaded. Please check now. Okay. So there is a descriptive statistics folder, and inside the descriptive statistics, I have given everything, whatever we have discussed till now. Right? In the tomorrow's class, balance part of the statistics we are going to discuss, and tomorrow we'll end the entire descriptive statistics. And then we'll start the coding part. Theoretical part will be completed. Then we'll see the entire things in the Python. Right? Everything was uploaded. Just you can go through step by step. Okay. So since you are practicing for the first time the statistics after a long time, there is a high probability that you might forget. Then what is the solution for that? Means practice for multiple times. First time practice, before practicing, first revise. Revise means recollect whatever we have discussed in the class. First revise. After doing the revision, whichever the examples are there in the PPT, first practice that example. Once that example is clear and the concept is clear, just then try the new example. Don't apply directly on the new example. You will only get confused. First, recollect whatever we have discussed in the last 4 days, Fridays, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Whatever we have discussed, just recollect everything. And whatever the examples, every example, whatever is there in the PPT, practice that same example. If the concept and example both are clear, then try with a new example and apply. Right? If this is also clear, then you work on the textbook. Go to the textbook. So textbooks, already you are having the textbooks. So in the textbooks, just you can use the statistics. I'm going to upload the statistics textbook also. Just give me a minute. You can, in the textbook, there are multiple examples. Still, if you are interested, you can practice with the multiple examples. Okay. Yes, I have uploaded the textbook also. You can download the textbook directly from the drive. You can download the textbook. One of the most standard textbook. Not only this textbook, you can select whatever the textbook you are interested. Any textbooks, the statistics will remain same. Only the examples, they'll change. Okay, is that clear, guys? So please practice this, and please have multiple examples are available in the textbook, and you can practice that also. Right? And now coming to this Microsoft Azure. Already I have told you that registration, and I assume that everyone has received one mail from the Microsoft, right? So the class will be today at 9:30, 11 a.m. EST. 8:30. Yeah. Okay. Just check. So at it is 11 a.m. EST, right? Eastern time. They have given with respect to Eastern time. So whatever the Eastern time is there, Eastern Standard Time, EST, just apply that one. And today it is with respect to night. Okay, for us it is night. I am assuming it is 9:30. You are assuming it is 8:30. Just check at 8:30. If it is 8:30, means open at 8:30 only. Because they have given the GMT -5. We are GMT plus 5:30 hours. They are GMT -5. Means the difference should be 10:30 hours. 10 hours 30 minutes. Between us and them, 10 hours 30 minutes. That is the difference. So 11 a.m. plus 10 hours 30 minutes means 10 hours 30 minutes means it is going to be equal to 9:30 according to me. My logic is this one. Let us see whether it is 8:30 or 9:30, right? But in the Google, if you type the Eastern time, if you type in the Google, you are getting GMT -4. But in the Azure, they have given GMT -5. Clearly, they have mentioned GMT -5, not GMT -4. Okay, whether it is 8:30 or 9:30, whatever it is. First, you try at 8:30. If it is open, miss, and continue the class. If it is not open, miss, again log in at 9:30. Right? Is that clear, guys? But today only. Is that clear? Done. Anyways, I am also going to intimate in the classroom. Whenever the class starts, immediately I will intimate in the classroom. Now, what purpose you are joining the Microsoft training class? The class is conducted by the Microsoft team. If you understand, miss, well and good. If you understand, miss, good. If you don't understand, miss, also good. If you don't understand, also no problem. We are attending the class only to get the voucher code so that exam cost will be free. For that reason, we are having attendance is important here. If you don't listen, also no problem. Switch on and do your work. For me, no problem. To get the 100% voucher code, we are attending the class. Sir, Mark, how to crack the exam? Anyways, we will conduct the class now. Azure AI class, we will conduct. I will conduct. That class is important. You have to listen. That is not for attendance. There you have to understand. There I am going to share you the questions, everything. This this Microsoft exam you are attending for the attendance sake and in order to get the certification. I mean voucher code. To get the 100% discount voucher code. Whoever has attended the class, for them they are going to provide the 100% voucher code. You will get the mail by applying this voucher code. So I will show you how to register after that. You will have the time for 3 months. Don't worry. Immediately you don't need to take the exam. You will have maximum 2 to 3 months time will be there. In that meantime only we'll complete the Azure AI class. Is that clear? If you understand, miss, well and good. No question. Understand, miss, tomorrow you understand. Today you understand that. Tomorrow only you take the exam. For me, no problem. Happy. But if you don't understand also, absolutely not a problem. But attend. Don't miss the class. That is more important. Clear, guys? Yes. Now, online students, if you have any questions, you can please type whatever the questions you are having.